Hi everyone, this is Workbox Wednesday. I'm going to start with my preschooler. So he did his calendar work. He did his writing, the letter B work page, and in the back it has like letter A, so it's just a review. I had him practice some of the letters he's already done, and I circled his best ones in green, and then he's having trouble with the lower P over here, so I circled them in red, and we just talked about it, and he'll redo this paper. Let me not do that one first. Okay, so for phonics, he is doing his B, A, like B and vowel sounds, and the add family. We are also using the phonics cards and going through the C, the K, and the double ending sounds. He also started, not started, but he also is doing the letter D as well in sounds, just because he can't, sometimes he gets mixed with the D and the B, so that's why I have those two there. He did his ring of all the alphabet and just went through all the sounds for each of the alphabets. For math, I'd had him do a worksheet from his workbook page, which is very easy for him to do because he can count pretty much all the way up to 100. So I first have him count all the numbers. He points to each one and counts all the way to 100. And then today we started to count by twos. So the ones that he has been doing are the ones that I circled. So those are the ones he knows, and then I'll just add like a few more, etc., until we get all the way to 100. Also for math, because he's learning how to count by twos, I put the numbers from 2 to 12, counting by twos, in these little sticks, and then he just had to take his beads and put them in there, and then we talked about if it was an odd or an even number. So he also had to do them in order, so he had to go from 2 to 12 in order when he did his little sticks. So that's that. And then for reading, he did his letter B book again. He read it to somebody else in the family. And we also did our lesson 4 again in easy peasy. And this time I posted a video today with him reading his lessons. So he's doing really good with that. So we'll be moving on to the next page, which is the actual kind of like a little quiz part. So that's what he'll be doing tomorrow. So that was for my preschooler. So the next workbox is for my first grader. So he's doing his writing. So he did his writing today, and for today he had to circle pronouns here. I have to actually go over this with him tomorrow. He usually does this by himself, and then I'll check it. So we'll be reviewing this tomorrow, and then he'll do his new activity as well. We also did our first language lessons, and because he's already knows, got the hang of the family name, etc., we began on his new poem. So he's learning to recite his new poem from memory. Another thing that I had him do was a worksheet from his workbook. So he just had to follow the clues and figure out what it was. He had to do syllable sounds, and then he also had to do opposites. And then we are actually doing another fun project for writing. So what I had him do is, I got this book, and it's called Start Writing About Things I Do. And it's really good to teach them to write, different ways. So what we did was we went through party time, and it shows you like an invitation and an envelope and different themes for parties. So what I did was I created a worksheet on my computer of a list, so that he would go on his list and actually use the book, but be able to make his own thing. And it's a make a list of your ideas for parties. So he had to name the party giver, name the guest, the place, telephone number, the person for the RSVP, the clothes to wear to the party, the time, the date, the kind of party. And down here, because he didn't want to do that party, I crossed it out because he wanted a birthday party invitation. So I just had him check it off, and then I wrote down here, when he is done with his list, he is to use it to make an invitation to his event. When finished with the invitation, he gets an envelope, fills it out, And I wrote him, do not forget your stamp. So I have this worksheet. If anybody wants it, just let me know. And so he did that first, and after he did that, we circled all his misspellings, and he fixed them, because I like him to fix the spelling. So he fixed all his spellings in a different worksheet, and then he created his invitation. Oops, I have it upside down. So he wrote his invitation, Mikey invites, and all the people he invites at McDonald's for a birthday party on April 14th from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. And then he wrote RSVP Mikey. So that is his invitation. Then he folded his invitation. And then he created his envelope. So he wrote his envelope, and it's to Alex, and he just made up an address. So it's 1234 Cottage, and he wrote yeah, I don't want to pronounce that because it sounds funny, Texas, and then his, zip code. And then he actually created a stamp, which is a birthday cake. And what's pretty cool is that he's actually making an invitation. He's letting me know what he wants for, to do for his birthday. So we'll be taking him to McDonald's, and hopefully around the same time that he set for his invitation, just to make it look kind of cute, because his birthday is coming up. So he's got his birthday date on there. We talked about his birthday and things like that. So it was a really pretty fun activity for him to do for writing. So he's liking actually this book and doing writing this way. So I'm trying to keep it to like once or twice a week. So we got this done in one day. So that's it for his writing. Then we went on to math. So for math, I got this little Connect 4 from the Dollar Tree, and then I took all the little chips and I wrote with permanent marker. And pretty much what you do is you drop, a person drops one in, and that was a 5, and then the next person drops his next one, and then you figure out how much add or subtract. So I'm adding, and in able for me to get it, I have to get it right, and I'll put the total there. So pretty much that's how I play, and we have all kinds of numbers. So, and then we did history. So because we were talking about me and the world, he did his me and the world. So he did his school, which it was at home. He did his city. He did his state. He did his United States of America country. And then he colored in his earth and planet and his sign for earth. So that's his little, and I love this. Like, I really, really love this. And I got this idea from Pinterest. So if you have any questions, just leave them down below. Anything, any worksheets you would like to know about, and I will get them to you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching.